All right, so welcome to a brand new update. And of course, you guys are tuning to the Unfiltered Truth. And you don't know around here, so you get it raw, unedited, and uncut version of anything we talk about. And of course, from the same dressing, I'm a full black, on the know say, I'm mourn, we are mourn. You get me? Justice for Jonas. Justice for Jonasy. Justice. Because them kill him. He was a very, very good man and them take Jonas alive. All right, guys. So I'm about to give my review of the Polygamist. Now, if any of you guys have not watched that movie as yet, please pause this review, go and watch the movie, and then come back to the review because it's gonna be pointless because you won't have an idea what I'm talking about. So, of course, The Polygamist is a 22 episode movie that is now streaming on Netflix. It's a very interesting movie. So, guys, if you have not watched it as yet, go and watch it. You will enjoy it, and then afterwards, you can watch this review. Now, for my people, my supporters who already watched that movie, make we have a little chit chat about it. All right. The first person me have to beat is Jonas. Cause Jonas, you kind of make man look bad. You get me? You make man look bad. And as a man, in my early stage of life, I used to, try to run around and have multiple females. But as you get older, you realize some things it not really makes sense. It not really, I think growth change a lot of things. Let's leave it at that. But there's a lot of things that Jonas did where me have to beat him for. You get me? So I first me have to call to the podium to give him some good beating. One, Jonas if you start beat up the woman, then me can't support that. You get me? As a man, me not really support no man a beat woman. I don't care what the woman them want do, how them do it, when them do it. At the end of the day, bro, leave the woman them if you and them can't get along. You don't need to beat them. Me not support no beating woman. I will never support beating a female. So that's the first one. The next one, Jonas you love fuck raw too much. Jesus Christ, my general. Every front you get to go night, raw dog. Awaso. Me not support that none tall. Zine, me as a man, first of all, as me said, no, things kind of different now. I'm have change individual no. But of course, there was a point in my life where maybe not do a little thing I wrote. But even then, me afraid of raw dog. You get me? But Jonas, it seems like a film thing that. Fuck too much raw, my boy. That's the next one. Thirdly, even though Ledani may be of age at the time you touched her, that girl was like your daughter, nigga. She's been friends with your daughter since she was 8. She has been coming around since she was 8 years old. So the mere fact that you touch Ledani, you had the eyes for Ledani, bro, I can't support that. I cannot support that. You get me? So those are the main things I'm going to beat up for Jonas. You see me? Now, separate and apart from that, I love the fact that you gave all your women houses and cars. So it shows that you're not a man with just one little front and that's it. You get me? You take care of your female them. Of course, some get more take care than others, right? But nonetheless, it shows that you take care of the ladies. You get me? And that's a plus. That is a plus. Now, let's talk about few things before we go into the females them. Right? A lot of persons using this movie if feel like if they try to convince themselves, say, oh, no, see it, I saw man tan, I saw man wicked, I saw man this, I saw man that. You get me? Females don't take accountability for nothing at all. Them just blame man. And I personally don't believe this movie was to enlighten females to say, okay, this is how man is. This is how man stay. Because in reality, everybody already paint that picture say a some man stay. Everybody's already under the notion that a some man stay, so them will forever stay. So I don't think there's anything new about that aspect or anybody think it differently. That's the mindset of most females. All man are dogs, all man are volley per woman, and all of that good stuff. I just saw them pray. You get me? But I think there's other meaning behind the movie, whereas it shows that men with money get an opportunity to do things with females, or females allow them to do the most or take advantage of them once money is involved. So it shows us that it's not really love, female love, when them do some things or when them allow some things. They love what they can get, or they love the life where the man can make them live, so to speak. You get me? No, I believe sometimes females can change a man path, change how a man think, change a man action. Because if we look into the movie, remember when Matima came into Jonah's life, Jonas moved out from Joyce's house and go live with Matima for 1 year. 1 year the man lived with Matima for. And in that 1 year, seeming like him never did touch Joyce none at all. You see me? And to the point where the man even say I got divorce Joyce. That means he did got cut off Joyce, he did got done with Joyce. You get me? Matima can coerce him, or whatever the word is, convince him to divorce Joyce. He was going to do it, he wanted to do it, but of course, Joyce kind of blackmail him somewhat and make him come at the fundraiser or the anniversary, whatever the celebration. And from there, so it's like him get a little vibe and he kind of fall back in love with him wife somewhat and start remember those good memories. No, what happened when pull more now to Joyce back, I pull back more to Joyce. Matima now start act up because of the situation with him and Joyce. And that's one of the problem. That's one of the turning point for some men. Remember, men, we like peace. We not like the nagging. Certain things we not like. Matima wasn't like that. But because now Matima realized, Jonas now start sleeping in wife yard. Jonas start do this, now start do that. She now start become the earworm then the man. Ear start become that nagging, that annoying, and just a show up and a go on with the most. So that now kind of push back Jonas. You get me? So I say that for say this, at one point Jonas seemingly like he was trying to change, or he was going to change for Matima. Alright, not change where I'm gonna be this perfect man now, but at least him did I go minimize some of the things where I'm gonna do. But of course, it was only for a matter of time. You get me? No, don't beat Jonas already. Let's talk about the females. Let's start with Joyce. I was rooting for Joyce the entire movie, right? Before I reached the last episode, I was rooting for Joyce. Even when Joyce drag on upon him, even when Joyce try to him, but this still I root for Joyce. Because me I say, this is why I'm there root for Joyce. All of what Jonas do to Joyce, Joyce never one step out and go fuck upon him. And for me, I think that's where a female crossed the line. Noted, I am not saying it's okay if a man can do it, but a woman can do it. Me personally, me just feel like there's a difference when a man does certain things than a woman. And I don't care. I know females gonna say, oh, you're biased, you're prejudiced, you're this, you're that, and whatever. I just don't think it's the same. I don't. A man can't step out and go sex a girl and there's no connection, there's no feelings, there's nothing attached. Most females, they don't. Feelings is involved. And if them go step out and go do it with no feelings involved, I sell them a sell front. So there's a difference. But anyway, moving along. I was rooting for Joyce. Mainly because she never stepped out on the relationship, so I support her. She was fighting for our relationship or our marriage. And even though one of the main reasons why she was fighting for it is to maintain a status. Like, that family woman, that wife and husband life and this perfect family. She was painting that picture for social media. So that was one opportunity why she was doing all of that. Or one of the reasons why she was doing all of that. Right? I don't think that was the sole reason, because it's not like she never had money and she needed that to survive. But I think, that was a part of it. No, she did try to take Jonah's life more than once. So that have to take into consideration. Zine, he tried to poison him, he tried to shoot him, and in the end, she was conspiracy to his death at the end, either way. No, when I watched the entire movie, that is when I changed from saying, Joyce was one of the better women. She still is, but she's not the number one. For me, the number one would have been Essie, then Joyce. Essie and Joyce, right? But that's really and truly it when it comes down to Joyce based on certain things. I wouldn't say Joyce accept certain things, because if we are going to say Joyce accept certain things, all of the women, we can't say the same about all of the women. Zine, I think Joyce just didn't want to lose Jonas, so she was willing to compromise. Right? Ladies, let me tell you this. I'm not telling you to sell yourself short. I will never do that. I will never tell you to say better than the out there. I will never say that. But sometimes you find a good man, he has a flaw. Every man has a flaw. Sometimes you find a man and him have a flaw. Sometimes you can work with the flaw. But sometimes I probably hear other people attack, your friends them tell us certain things, whatever, and you say, oh, me can go find better day out them. And you go out there and you find worse with the same flaw. Again, I am not saying you should accept the bare minimum. I'm not saying that. But again, no man is perfect, and men will have flaw. So sometimes when you have a man, if he's a good man, and good is, everybody good is different. If it's good to you, but you probably find out one flaw, if you can work with the flaw, sweetheart, work with it, because God knows what you're going to find out there. Anyway, moving on. Joyce now, I think she somewhat love her husband, and despite his flaws, she was willing to work with it and compromise. Of course, some females would say it was too much to work with, but Joyce was willing to work with it, and I believe that's what happened. So I don't think Joyce enabled Jonas' behavior, because that was Jonas. But of course, things just got too extreme. Moving on. That is Joyce. Essie. Essie was in my second place. Reason being, Essie stepped out. And I am not talking about the stepped out that she stepped out and got her son, because she never did that hear from Jonas for years. So that one was okay. That one was acceptable. She stepped out with the MAGA boy, the same MAGA boy that pulled a gun on Jonas. You see me? I think Essie really and truly loved Jonas, but she loved Jonas. She was willing to work with Jonas under the notion that she had to her thing to under quiet. That's really what I got from Essie, because Jonas can make she live a little of a good life, and she can also do her thing on the side. As me say, my disclaimer, from a woman step out and have a next man, me just not go support them, me just not go fund them, me just go feel like them, the man clean, straight up. You get me? And you have to understand why. Oftentimes, women can't protect themselves because women don't wear femidom. A man would have to protect themselves. And oftentimes, once sex start and you start foreplay with a woman, you get them in the mood, them leave nothing about if you put on condom or not, them just want the sex start. So oftentimes, a man can push raw pricking at them. Man to protect himself, you don't know where a man go give that the woman there or something. So you realize that when a woman step out, it seems like it is more critical. Because you as a man, consciously, you can protect yourself if you choose to. But sometimes female leave not think because they're lost in the moment and them leave sure if a man protect themselves or not. So me have a big issue whenever a woman step out. Back to Essie. So that was one of the things where made it kind of too no fun that Essie, because he step out to the little MAGA youth. But Essie is a real G. Essie helped fund Jonas fi go out in the world go make life. And she hold it. And even though Jonas kept his promise, give her the 2-story and the car, she was still there with him. Zane, even though she had to her thing, she stayed with him. Zane, the last part when Jonas even passed away, you see all Essie obeyed him. Zane, at that point, Essie couldn't cross her, clear her and no business with him. She did it. When I say Essie take all the body and I try to keep her own funeral, it shows how she genuinely loved that man because she had nothing to gain after he passed. And she was there. Even before the man passed, she cook and try to carry food go give the man. And with Jonas, Joyce never allow it. Zine, for a woman like Essie, for fake a marriage with Jonas' brother for 19 years or how much years, it shows that Essie is a real woman. Yeah, call her Yamet, call her bird egg, call her whatever kind of head. It showed the extreme a woman would go when them love a man and them want to pursue that relationship. I don't care who wants to Essie a yam head, that sheen head, cassava head, dumpling head, I don't care. You get me, I say? Because at the end of the day, 3/4 females, put them mouth on other females, and their relationship is worse. Their relationship is horrible. Zin, a lot of them. But guess what? Because people don't know when in them closet, them just talk whatever shit them want to talk. Anyway, moving on. That still. But at the end of the day, I feel like Essie came out on top. Moving on to Matima. Matima, the only one I'm never really sorry for, you know. Can I tell her why? Matima have her man, and me go say Magish, she had a good man. Because in reality, Magish never have no woman, but Magish just makes you think him and Essie there because of the whole situation with Jonas and Joyce. See, obviously Magish look like him take care of her. You can see Magish bring her flowers. Magish was trying to be a gentleman. Magish even get her the position at Jonas' firm. You see what the woman do? Even after all our Magish do, she just go in and she try for the head of the company because she want more sweets. So instantly as she get where she want reach, she drop Magish. And that is something in a real life. We help a woman from grown up and as she reach up, she cut her off. So you keep on talk about Jonas wicked, Jonas this, Jonas that. Talk about the females them. Talk about the females. It's not like they're perfect either. Look what Matima did. And it may be simple. And it may be simple to a lot of females who watch the movie because a lot of you guys would have done the same and a lot of you guys are doing the same thing. Instant that she reach the firm, she start look the man, push up herself, put herself in the man way because she want man. And as she get the man, she left for a good man. That's Matima. Now, what about that? Me feel sorry for Matima for with what she get. She don't want to force herself in the situation, knowingly that the man married. And on top of that, she went in and tried to take over. You get me? But common sense, if you go in and try to take over, probably the same thing the man could have done to you. The man could have make you the wife and then get somebody on the side and push you out and the cycle continues. Sometimes you have to just let something have its course. If it should happen where man Joyce will leave, man Joyce would have eventually leave and you would have been the main wife. Again, in this case, you wouldn't be the main wife. But again, she's thinking that she would have been the main wife. So let's work with that. She didn't. Right? When Lick start reach her, all things start going, you see. She start chastise the man wife. Even you get a little position, they start chastise the man wife in a salon and go on with yourself or whatever. Like, I understand that we men sometimes make persons feel like they're entitled, but sometimes you have to still know yourself and understand yourself regardless. You get me? Still, I don't support certain disrespect at any sides. I don't support disrespect. You get me? But again, I guess Matima was different. But Matima, she just in my book, non-tal as a good one. I just don't support her. I don't like her. You see me? So when she do that, she only for 2 pitney them. Like, I don't like, she try to thief the man money and then she ran left her 2 kids. Like, what woman does that? It shows that you don't have no good qualities for a man in Matima. You just wanted sweets, you wanted money, and because you never get the full bed of roses, no, you get two boof, buff, boof, even though I'm against that, and they just cut, and you're now cut with no pitney. But you did what you had to do, that for you, Matima. Lidani, Lidani. I don't even know what to say about Lidani. Because as a young girl, I get it. You're easily to be manipulated. A man can easily mess with the brain because guess what? He can promise you the finer things in life and all of that good stuff. But Danny, this man, you should look at him as your father. And the first attempt or move that he made against you, you should have put a stop to that and don't get involved. But again, of course, based on the character the person Ledani was, it clearly as to why she got involved. Remember, even when Jonas got sick, Ledani in a one room with one man. I take wood. And even the man asks about the next man in the room, in father, because Ledani met the man think I'm father. Like, yo, when really let's talk about Jonas, like, are these things just seem so simple to y'all? Like, Jonas, now one room, sick, or die, and Ledan is in the next room with her next man. I take good, and I tell the man, say, oh, him father, all right. And when I go tell me, say, okay, all we not talk about that Jonas. So, none of the females did not do nothing. All these females were saint. Like, I don't get it. Yeah, Jonas bad. Yeah, him love for cry. Yeah, him catch gonorrhea. Yeah, him catch AIDS. I will give him it. Females. Ledani give him the gonorrhea. Allegedly, because we still never sure who gave him the gonorrhea, but all fingers point to Ledani. And of course, the girl will give him the AIDS are the girl where Joyce conspire with for give the man the disease. You get me? Even though Jonas had an option, he had a choice, he never have to try to sex the girl and he could also protect himself, which he did not. But again, it shows the fucked up mindset of some females. It shows how some female operate towards man. But I'm telling you, we need justice for Jonas. Justice. Because Jonas may be a bad man. He done some bad things. But again, let's not turn a blind eye that this man, him help and him give all our him promise to these women. Him give them the life him promised them. He did. You get me? We probably can say Essie probably get a little less life. Reason being, Essie probably never did in the rich people living at the rich people era, even though she got the house and the two-story. And it seems like Sarah, which is Essie's daughter, which is also Jonas' daughter, she never favored that much to the point that she have a T phone. But nonetheless, Jonas is still give these females stuff. Man. Justice for Jonas here, man. I mean, I'm not trying to make this video too long, so I'm going to wrap it up. But again, the females in Polygamist they ain't no saint. They are not. No saint. They are just as bad as Jonas. They are. Some of them know what Jonas did. They do them probably never know what number them reach, or they assume they were at a number which they were at another number. Them probably never know how much money of our OM bad with, like, man, like, shit. But they are just as bad. But only thing I hear people are crucified Jonas. Look at the females, each female. But guess what? A lot of y'all females will support them and agree and okay with it. Yes, Joyce, poison the boy. Yes, Joyce, shoot him. This, that, or not. Like, the females ain't doing shit. They're doing some shit in the movies as well. But more you guys will comment and tell me which woman you would say is the best woman or the better woman and why. The best female and why. And also let me know your thoughts on the movie. I'm not trying to make this video too long. So I want you guys to comment and let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think about it. All right? That is it.